He's like Israel of the live streams. He comes in, takes over, like when arguing with an atheist. It's those presuppositions.
Presupposition.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. This stream, I will be reacting to TikTok videos live. Today's challenge is, right, see these things here? Bean boozled. Has anyone seen this? Type one in the chat if you have. Right, and I took them out and mixed them up on purpose. And the reason being is they're not normal beans. Every single flavour is a horrible flavour, okay? There we go. Bismillah. I've got no water left. Right, let's get the Zen going. Let's get, oh god, this was straight away. This is so fun. Oh god. There's four of them. I've got them here. Yeah.
I went on TikTok to promote Hamza's Den and the arena.
Look how arrogant I am,
and
guys.
obviously on TikTok, mashallah, I've got like just over 16,500, something like that. Not as much as Ben Ikra, but anyway. So,
It's the one and only Digo Double G. Snoop Dogg.
Oh dear. So I love trolling Hamza. So let me tell the story behind that. Hamza's really competitive. I remember when he started Hamza's Den, he would compete with other people in his head to try and beat how many subscribers he got and stuff. He was really driven, mashallah, to make his channel. So to annoy him, I said, Hamza bro, I realised that I've got more followers on TikTok than you, so I'll give you a challenge. I challenge you, beat my follow account, and I'll give you 1 week. And he completely ignored it. He just, you know, when it's in a group chat and it just goes with the thing. And I thought maybe he missed it, or he didn't read it. And then like a week or two later, he's on EF Tower and he has a little slag off. Look.
and the arena, I let everyone know. And obviously on TikTok, mashallah, I've got like just over 16,500, something like that. Not as much as Ben Ikra, but anyway. So.
Oh dear, so funny. Oh dear. But yeah.
This is why people don't like religion. Telling people what you believe as if it is true, instead of telling them your rationale in believing it.
So yeah, that's every comments, every video, Christians just type in Jesus is Lord, or you know, things like that, and it's just like no, people are sick of it, mate. We don't care. Like, give me a reason why you're a Christian and why you believe that's true, not you know, subhanallah. Oh wow.
Her injuries were the worst injuries I have ever seen on a living person in 18 years of policing.
Wow, that's horrible, man. It's weakness, man. Hitting a woman is pathetic. It's in all cultures as well. SubhanAllah. It's horrible.
Tell me you have an identity crisis without telling me you have an identity crisis. I'll go first. I'm an immigrant. So when I tell people I'm Canadian, they'll be like, no, you're not. What? No, I got my citizenship. I am Canadian. And they'll be like, no, but that's not where you're really from. Oh, well, my parents are from India, so I guess that makes me Indian. But no, because when I talk to Indians and I tell them I'm Indian, they'll be like, no, you're Canadian. They'll be calling me a coconut because I'm not Indian enough. Ethnically, I'm Punjabi. But even for a lot of Punjabis, I'm way too whitewashed. So I'm not Punjabi enough, I'm not Indian enough, and I'm not Canadian enough. And on top of that, I am born and raised in Sweden.
How do you get that fake Mo Salah? Yeah, so I don't obviously get that. I get that with the Muslims, actually. They're like, brother, where are you from? I'm English. And they go, yeah, but thinking that I brought up in England. And they're like, yeah, but where are you from? I'm like, yeah, I'm English. And they'll go, yeah, but where's your family from? I went, they're English as well. And it'll be like, bro, I'm white. I'm a Gora or whatever in the whatever language. I'm a white man. I reverted to Islam, and then I've got to tell the story, and then I'm stuck there for half an hour.
Never give up your dream.
Oh no! Guess what? All right, this is for Gigabyte. Oh, idiot! I've started now, but I forgot to press record. So we're gonna have to get some of the streets. We're gonna have to download it again. It'll be right, inshallah. It'll be right. It's fine. I'll press record now, so we got half of it recorded. Yeah, sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. I'm recording it now. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, mate, I really prepped for this as well, and I've got little notes. I've got little notes to plan the stream and everything. I forgot to press record.
Alright, so me looking into the Quran, I found something quite interesting. When we read...
Oh, here we go. Sorry, guys, we're going to pause this. This guy, orthodox apologist. So this is a, E.F. Dawah style. So this guy, I think, is a Christian.
Surah 7:157, it says, the unlettered, which just means illiterate, prophet, talking about Muhammad, whom they find written, i.e. described in what they have of the Torah and Gospel. That's using the Sahih International Translation, and, I don't know, clicking on this word says with them as well. This brings up a really interesting point that the Quran makes the claim that Muhammad is described in the Gospel and Torah that the people had with them in that day. Perhaps what is a lot more interesting is that we know we had the exact same Gospel that they did that we do now. Why?
What do you mean they did? There wasn't an Arabic Gospel then. Oh.
Codex Sinaiticus, right, is from the 4th century, right?
That's my
the year 300. And Muhammad was born after this, so we can know that it's the same Gospel. With this, I'd love for a Muslim to show me where in one of the 5 books of Moses, right, following there, and one of the 4 Gospels, Muhammad is mentioned, described, or prophesied. And you have to give prophecies for both, by the way. Or even just the Gospels. And just keep this as, like, respectful as possible, please.
Quite interesting. It's just skipped it now, but Ali Dawah commented in that comment section. And they're having a debate about Deuteronomy 18:18, I think it is. This is good then. How? Oh! Jordan M taking over the chat. That's what he does. He's like Israel of the live streams. He comes in, takes over, dominates, and changes the subject and everything. It's just and then at the end, like, I'll just be squashed out and it'll be Jordan.
يومك للشعب ودادا ليكن حبك للأرض مدا قلم أنت فكم عبرت عنا وبنيت مجد أقوان شدا ليكن يومك للشعب ودادا ليكن حبك للأرض مدا قلم أنت فكم عبرت عنا وبنيت مجد أقوان شدا.
When we say everyone was born a Muslim, we don't mean everyone was born and they didn't pop out their mum, Salam alaikum! They didn't come out knowing about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, yeah?
That tickled me.
Again. I think we should stop coming up with cures for things as the germs are just getting stronger and stronger.
We were talking about Carl Pilkington earlier.
I reckon by 2020, germs will be so big that we will be able to see them in the air. They will no longer be little particles. You wouldn't swallow one. If you did, it won't be the germ that will kill you. You'll just choke to death.
I think that's how we'll die in the future.
Choking on enormous giant germs. And then they'll be like rampaging around the cities. Will they?
I'll tell you what, though, right? I'm getting worried now because the stuff he believes and thinks of, it could be mental.
What is the biggest waste of money?
Oh dear. What's the biggest waste of money? And he points at his wife. Oh dear. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. Oh.
I'm about to explain a problem to you that's at the root of all science. Most philosophers consider this unsolved and believe that perhaps it'll never be solved. It's called the problem of induction. There are many kinds of reasoning, but two main ones are called deductive and inductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning is associated with Sherlock Holmes. We like deductive reasoning because the conclusion always has to follow if the premises are true. Here's an example. All men are mortal. Socrates is a man. Therefore, Socrates is mortal. Basic hard logic works every time. Inductive reasoning, though, is a bit weaker. An example might be, I've met this person a few times and they've been nice to me every time, therefore I believe that they're a nice person. Or more formally, I see B follow A every time, so I believe that B, as a law, has to always follow A. Now, as I'm sure we all know from our own personal experience, inductive reasoning doesn't guarantee its conclusions. Just because you see a pattern doesn't mean it's going to be repeated forever. It doesn't mean it's a law. The problem is, all of our scientific knowledge, all of our laws of nature, seem to be based on inductive reasoning. Our laws of gravity, electromagnetism, light, all work for the patterns we've seen previously. But they all rely on the assumption that that pattern's going to continue. You might be thinking, no, these are laws, that's different from like a pattern. But how do we know? We haven't seen these laws in a law book. We've just invented them to explain the evidence that we've seen so far. And if the history of science has taught us anything, a new discovery can cause us to rewrite the textbooks about everything at any time. This idea really starts to mess with you if you start to think about it, because humans very naturally use inductive reasoning. Think about the way you learned not to touch a hot pan or trip over. It was from having an experience, associating it with a negative outcome, and then assuming that that pattern would repeat if you did it again, so you just didn't do it. And the reverse is true. We do most things because we've had a positive experience beforehand and we expect that will be repeated. Human instinct is fundamentally inductive, and inductive logic doesn't guarantee the outcome. So if induction is at the heart of all science, how can we have faith that science is going to work tomorrow? Most scientists and philosophers, when they hear this problem, despair a little bit and basically say that you have to assume on some level that the universe is going to hold to certain patterns, that the past in some way will resemble the future. But there was one philosopher who thought they found a solution. More on that next time.
So I just followed that, bro. That's awesome. That I followed him, liked that. That's cool. That just sums up like when arguing with an atheist. It's those presuppositions.
Presupposition. Presupposition.
Can't say the word. It's that what's the word I'm thinking of, man? Guys, help me out in the chat. Help me out in the chat.
Presupposition.
Preconceived thoughts that they assume is true, and that just shatters it. All right, we've got Ben again.
Oh, my name is Chris.
Okay,
I'm
so
225 kg.
To this.
This is my journey. Over the last year, I have
We've
sat
already
down
seen this, but I think some of you haven't.
and ate takeaways. But here I am to show you guys my life change. This is the biggest step that I have ever took. Going to the gym is probably one of the biggest fears for most of us who are at this size. It is not something we love or enjoy, but this is something we've got to do for ourselves. I recognise my own doing, and now I'm going to fix it.
Legend.
So please join me
Chris,
for my journey.
Chris.
Thank you.
Mashallah.
I ordered a chicken burger from Uber Eats, and then I got it, and then turns out the bread is mouldy. The bread is mouldy! This is not a good time to be a UK citizen!
I don't know how much more I can take. I've finished uni now, I'm back at home, I'm back in the crib. I've been here for 4 days and I need to move out. My mum is on she's on my neck. Moyo, go clean your room. Moyo, go wash the dishes. Moyo, you're so lazy. Moyo, it's 10 o'clock, wake up. Moyo, come get the shopping. I'm tired. Why did no one explain to me how hard the transition from uni to back home is gonna be? I just want rest. I can't blast my music like I was doing at uni. If it wasn't for the food, I promise you, I would have gone to do a master's. I would do another year.
Yo, I am freaking out right now, bro. I am freaking out right now. Just look at my lips, and my lips will explain it all.
Stop moving the camera. Whoa, that's weird.
I did not know that my lips can do that. What the?
Do you know what's going to happen now, guys? Did it do it? Let me know, because I couldn't watch myself. Because basically what happens is your lips move so fast that the camera can't like keep up, so it kind of like blends in.
Babe, are you hungry?
True, but swearing, I don't approve.
Say yeah.
Let's try that again.
Babe, are you hungry? Say yeah.
Isn't it
I would like to return this bird seed. I just don't know how it works. You put them down in the soil or you just throw them down?
Throw it on the ground. You don't have a bird feeder?
No, I've been trying to grow them for the last couple months, and like, I'm supposed to put fertilizer on them.
He's taking back bird seed, so the seed you buy to feed birds with, but he's pretending that he thinks that you grow birds with them. You plant the seed and they grow birds.
It grows all different types of birds.
It grows the flowers. It's going to attract these kind of birds.
So it could grow like either a red bird.
Wait a minute, she's like, no, it grows flowers, and then they attract the birds. Like, what are you doing? It's to feed them.
A white bird or even the yellow one. It's depending on.
Look at her eyes. Look at that. Look at that. Wait, I've got to mimic it, but it's all backwards.
The season is like the season, depending on which bird's gonna grow.
Well, the birds themselves come from eggs, not from seeds.
Oh, so wait.
Babe, are you hungry? Say yeah.
That cat's amazing. Oh, that was fun. Don't forget to subscribe. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Jazakallah khair for tuning in. And thanks for everyone that subscribed and became a member and super chatted. It supports the stream. It supports me going forward and doing more, inshallah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.